be blessed by the divine. We wake up in the morning, we do our work. Some of us work in the office, some of us come back and do housework, and obviously there are a whole lot of other things that we do as our duties, and we go back to sleep in the night. Now, every day after day, we do this kind of a routine, and we have a whole bunch of habits that get formed in our life, and we continue to fall prey to our habitual problems. There has not been a systematic method to help us overcome the pain and the problems that we are having in our life. I have found a wonderful technique by which we can easily overcome our pain and problems in life. My friend, this system is called the introspection technique, given to us by Sri Vethathiri Maharishi, our guru. Let me tell you some of the benefits that I have gained from introspection. Now, before I give you the list of those benefits, let me also walk you through a very simple technique that I follow in ensuring that I introspect fairly regularly. Now, initially when I started doing introspection, I didn't really truly think that I need to do it on a regular basis, and I started it on a random basis, or I was forced by certain circumstances, such as some hurt that I caused to somebody else, or some hurt that I caused to myself, or some other person caused to me. Now, that was a trigger for me to sit down and introspect and find out what is the cause, what is the real root cause of this pain, how can I eliminate this pain, how can I make sure that I never fall prey to this kind of a pain-giving routine in my life. And it started giving me a whole lot of new insights into the way my mind was thinking and behaving, and therefore getting manifested into certain behaviors, certain words, maybe certain kind of actions and deeds maybe in my life, and that resulted in pain for me or others now or in the future, physically or mentally. Now, I knew that the only way to overcome this is to go deep inside me, find the root cause and eliminate the root cause from my mind. Once my brain gets rewired to think differently, I knew that I would be able to avoid the pain-giving process. And that succeeded. There was a particular time when I sat in silence for 17 long days to introspect. 17 long days, my friend, at home. The house was so peaceful, so much so that at the end of the 17 days, when I was about to break my silence, my children and my wife jokingly said, "Don't break this silence, house is so peaceful." That's true, isn't it? So when you don't talk, everything around you is peaceful. My mind was absolutely peaceful. I'm eternally grateful for my family for putting up with this silent me for 17 days in my house. And that really changed my life. And I decided that I should spend more time introspecting, because there is a lot of garbage in everybody's mind, and there was a lot of garbage in my mind, and that needed to be cleansed. And it continues. The cleaning process is on a regular basis. It's just like your home, just like my home. I use it for a day, I use it for 2 days, 3 days, and then garbage starts to get collected, dirt starts to get collected. So it needs to be cleansed. Just like that, the mind is also like that. If you're not aware, if you're not conscious about what is going into your mind, clearly it is going to pick up garbage, and that garbage is going to keep on getting collected, and that will eventually lead to pain for us or others now or in the future, physically or mentally. So therefore I chose that I should sit in introspection on a regular basis and sit in silence. The external silence is only a ritual, but the internal silence is what I aim to get to. And the only way to get to that internal silence is to listen to my mind speaking to me, telling me what are the problems that it has and how these problems can be eliminated if only I listen to it. And the solutions also come from the mind. It's such a treasure, this human mind is. The solution for our problems exists deep within us, and there is no need for us to look for a solution outside of us. It's a beautiful experience to go through this. And therefore, after having practiced this for the last about 31 years of my life, from 1984. Interestingly, August 31, 1984 is when I got initiated into Simplified Kundalini Yoga by Sri Vethathiri Maharishi, and today happens to be August 31, 2016. So this is really 32 years of my meditative experience that has led me to believe that there is no better method than this to cleanse yourself and purify yourself and start to achieve everything that you want to achieve in your life. Now, so let me just walk you through the benefits of introspection. I have seen it. So let me just a huge list, and I will pick a few of them that I'm sure you would find it beneficial for yourself. 1, introspection made me respect women. 2, I could remove unwanted genetic imprints through introspection. Of course, there are imprints that I've inherited not just from my father and mother, but from my grandfather and all the way back to animals and so on and so forth. If you go back in the history of the evolution of the human being, so there were certain behaviors, unwanted behaviors, unnecessary behaviors, painful behaviors that existed in my system. I was able to cleanse many of those habits, and it's a continual process, and I continue to discover some of those imprints that I need to cleanse going forward. Introspection helped me to remove whole lot of thinking process and behavioral process that caused hurt for others. And I could recognize my strengths through introspection. I didn't have to go to a diagnostic person. I didn't have to go to another person to understand what my strengths are. I could understand my weaknesses as well, and I could easily plan and work on it to overcome those weaknesses. I could certainly realize truth, many elements of truth, many dimensions of truth around me through introspection. Introspection helped me to realize that there is consciousness, there is God within me, within you, and therefore I have to believe in the goodness in me and the goodness in you. And that, I think, is the biggest takeaway of introspection. I was able to purify my actions to a large extent. Trust me, when I'm telling you this, I'm not having any kind of illusion that I am a normal human being just like anyone else out there. I have my weaknesses still, I have my strengths of course just like any of you, and I am not a saint, I am not a great guru either. I am a student, I am an aspirant, and I am trying to get better every day in my life. I don't compare myself with you or anyone else out there in the world. My only comparison is myself the day before. Yesterday, how was I? How am I today? Have I become a better human being? If I have, I think I'm making progress in my life. So introspection has helped me to give me such clarity in my mind. It helps me to plan, it helps me to act, it helps me never to have an enemy. If there is any enemy that comes across, or if somebody thinks that they are my enemy, I simply bless them, and I continue to bless them. I work hard to avoid enmity amongst any kind of life form, and definitely I can tell you, in fact my family will tell you, that my anger has practically become neutralized thanks to this introspection methods. I rarely get angry in my life anymore. Not that I have become 100% pure in not getting angry. There are once or twice I do get angry once in a while, but it doesn't last for long. It just stays for a few seconds and it goes away, and I continue to work hard and cleanse my system over a period of time. I have moralized most of my desires, and again I need to work harder, and I'm going to continue working harder. And introspection has made me live life meaningfully. It has helped me to remove my worries. It has helped me to change my habits. It has helped me to pick habits that are more meaningful and better for me. It has certainly enriched my family life, enriched my marriage life, and it has enriched my relationship around. It has healed a whole lot of hurt that I have been carrying in my head. It has really made me healthy, and I'm very certain it will also make you achieve good health, long life, enough wealth, peace, prosperity, fame, and wisdom. Do visit simplifiedkundaliniyoga.com and sign up to attend our next Sky Yoga workshop. Looking forward to seeing you then. Be blessed by the divine.